We can now see that excess alcohol consumption above 7 servings per week raises risk of mortality and cuts short your lifespan. But why is alcohol causing this harm? Let's take a closer look at the mechanism. It's simple. Excess alcohol consumption raises blood pressure. Blood pressure is the force of blood going through the arteries that go to your body. The higher your blood pressure, the more your heart has to work to pump blood to your body because it has to push against that pressure. Over time, this causes the heart muscle to get larger and larger and causes the pressure to rise ever further. What this eventually results in is the heart muscle wall becomes so thick that the coronary arteries, which are trying to give blood to this large, thick muscle, can't make it all the way through the thick wall. Part of the heart muscle dies, and that's when you have a heart attack. Strokes, on the other hand, are when the pressure builds up to an extent that you actually rupture an artery in the brain and it causes bleeding or hemorrhage, and that causes loss of brain tissue. It was once thought that there was beneficial effects to alcohol consumption, that alcohol in moderation was protective, mostly by the contribution of increasing your HDL or good cholesterol, and that it was better to drink in moderation than to not drink at all. This study contradicts those previous findings and is large enough to constitute a rebuttal of that hypothesis. In other words, there is a benefit to levels of HDL, but there was no benefit in this study to drinking compared to not drinking. You were better off not drinking or drinking 7 servings or less. But when you compare not drinking and 7 servings or less, the outcomes were the same. So it was a refutation of the idea that a little bit of drinking is better than no drinking at all. And it gives strong support to the idea that excess alcohol, even beyond 7 servings, is harmful.